Hello, and welcome back to the Legendary Resistance.
Heyo, nice to see you again.
I'm Adam,
And I'm Michael.
and we're here today to talk to you about first sessions.
Oh yeah. The first time the party meets can be a stressful one or a memorable one. And we're here to teach you how to make ones the good kind.
Yeah, roll the thing.
Whee!
So, today we're going to be jumping into talking about your session 1. A lot of times you're going to be given, hopefully, you're going to be given all these different backstories from all your characters. And it's up to you as the DM to try and find a way to get all these characters together into an adventuring party. And sometimes that can be a struggle.
You need to find the motivation for why they're sticking together. It could be good, it could be bad. If you have multiple party members influenced by different motivations, it could be problematic.
Yeah, so today we're going to be really jumping in to give you some tools to try and bring your party together and talk about some very commonly used ones and why we do them.
Yep. What's number one?
So, number 1 I call all reliable. And no, it's not meeting in a tavern. Sorry.
How dare.
All reliable is talking to your players before character creation and saying, hey, here's a little bit of a teaser for my world. Here's what's going on, kind of like a commercial for your campaign. And saying, hey, here's where we're going to be starting. Here's what happened. Here's like an incident that you're going to be dealing with. And then all the characters, all the players then can write motivation into their backstory.
Are you saying that open communication saves the day again?
It does. This is just the easiest way to do it. If you're looking for, especially if you're a new DM and you're looking for the way that is going to be the easiest to get your characters to work together as a party, tell them ahead of time what's going on and have them write their motivation right into their backstory.
Sometimes this also leads to, it prevents miscommunication between the players and the DMs. It allows them to know what's going on and what to expect.
Right. So the different options that we're going to give you today, we're going to go from the easiest to the ones that are a little more difficult.
But the most rewarding.
But the most rewarding, theoretically.
All right, after old reliable, what we got?
So our next option is the job board method. This is the method where all of your party members are going to be meeting at a location because they saw a job posting. Or maybe some sort of quest was given locally and your party members are seeing the job board and they're arriving at a location on session 1. You roll a die to see who arrives first. They walk in, they describe their character.
This is a really classic one that I've used many times because it allows for multiple different motivations for players to interact with this. Maybe they're a rogue that is deep in debt and needs the money. Maybe they're a paladin who feels it's their just quest to righteously slay the beast or something that's part of this group. Maybe their mom needs to kick them out of the house and they need to do something.
That's one of my favorites.
My mom kicked me out.
Yep.
I need to go out and adventure. So there's a lot of different variety that you can do with this kind of a situation.
Yeah, so one thing that I like to do is, once again, roll to see who arrives first. They describe their character. They sit down. They meet their patron. That is hiring them to do the thing. Mm-hmm. And then the next person comes in, describes their character. They sit down. The next person describes their character as they. This way, everybody at the table is getting to hear what each character looks like, what's their name, what's their vibe,
and it doesn't put it on you as the DM to have to describe all of this.
Then once they're all in, then you have whoever posted the job posting explains the job, sends them on it. Nice and easy, cut and dry. You're good.
I've seen this used very frequently for one-shots, and I highly recommend it.
Yep, but this is another one that this is largely relying on the characters to have their own motivation. So you have to let your players know that here's the job. You figure out why your character would want to do this job. Maybe they need money. Maybe they need a job because their mom kicked them out of the house. So this is one also relies largely on players coming up with their own character motivation.
Oh yeah. And sometimes this is going to clash. Sometimes you're going to have a righteous good person arrive and a slightly evil mastermind, and they're going to clash their personalities because that's how parties interact.
Someone's in it for the money, someone's in it just to help out. You know, it happens.
And that also being said, we should add a stipulation is not all parties can stay together. The initial incident can cause them to fight together and all hang out and battle the great battle, but that might not be the entire solution for your entire party getting along the whole time.
Yep. And there are a lot of things we can do to keep parties together. I've had an entire campaign where everyone was either neutral or good, and we had one lawful evil character, and that player did a really good job in role-playing them in a way that didn't destroy the party dynamic.
Mm-hmm. And you could also have that storyline develop that character's personality towards a different alignment. Yeah. They don't have to stay perfect. But we're kind of getting off topic. Let's go back to first interactions.
So number 3, our third option here is the summons method. Ooh. This is a lot like the job board method, only instead of the characters having intrinsic motivation where they look at a job board and they're like, I want to do this job, I'm going. This is, your characters have all been summoned by someone of either great wealth, power, or authority in order to come together and do a job that they've been assigned to.
Like a king summoning servants to come and help vanquish a great threat.
So all these characters have been brought together because they have like special abilities or something that makes them good for this job. Mm-hmm. And they've all been pulled together and sent out to do it.
This also requires a little bit more work from you as the DM's part to try and keep the players together after the job's been completed.
Yeah. So in this one, they're given motivation by the authority figure, but after this job is completed, you have to give them something during this job that continues to push the plot forward. So maybe they're going to take out some bandits that have been attacking the local village, but they discover that the bandits are a cult that are up to something more nefarious.
And one of the players' mother is kidnapped in that cult.
Yep, and so they gotta go find their mother, and they're like, hey, can you guys come help me save my mother? And we continue. So things like that, you have to come up with some way for the party to want to stay together afterwards if you're using the summons method. Mm-hmm. Which makes it a little bit harder than the previous methods.
But it is much more immersive in the storyline because it makes sense practically why they meet together for a short time, and then it extends further because quests keep happening, and then suddenly, boom, we're all best friends.
Yeah. So that's number 3. So number 4, which is my personal favorite, but is a little bit more difficult, is the incident method. The instant method is really fun. Basically, something happens in town or wherever it is your story is starting. Something happens, maybe there's a meteor hit or a fire is started or
trolls attack.
Something attacks, and all of your player characters are in town when it's happening.
Separately, together, whoever's backstory is with whomever backstory.
Yep. So they notice this incident and kind of jump in to help, and then in the aftermath, they all come together and join up as a party.
Critical Role did a great example of this in their first episode of season 3.
Season 3, Bell's Hells. They did a great example where they were all just in town when all of a sudden a shipment of spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah. Go watch it yourself.
But a shipment of different goods and tables came to life and became animated objects and started attacking people, and so they had to go neutralize the situation. Mm-hmm. They did a really good job of using the instant method to bring everybody together in that. I love this method. It's great, but it's a lot harder, and it's going to require work from you as the DM as well as some work from your players, because after the incident, they all have to agree that their character would be motivated enough to come together with all these strangers that came together to help with this incident. Mm-hmm. And do something together.
It could be main plot related, it could be side plot related, or you could even have all the players get arrested right after the fight or the incident.
That'll bring them together real fast.
All have to escape together. Maybe they're all chained together in the escape attempt or something. There's all kinds of methods that you can do to make this more connected through immersion and through why they would stick together. So this is a little bit more work on your part, but it can pay off really well.
Yeah, so those are the 4 methods we have for you today. On top of those, encourage your players to make characters that are already connected with each other. So, like siblings or old coworkers, or maybe they knew each other from being friends growing up. Whatever it is.
One of my favorites is they were in a past relationship, or you dated my sister.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
So do something where when they come together, they already know each other. Or maybe they're coming to this event together because they were already together. So things like that. Encourage your players to already build connections with each other. Yeah, that's all we've got for you today.
I hope you enjoyed our examples. Be sure to leave comments below if we missed any of your favorite Session 1 scenarios.
Yes, please let us know if you have any outside of this that you really love. Yeah. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Stay legendary.
And be resistant!
Ah!